Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta themed city. Last episode we did some traffic management. We built a tunnel. We also built a high school campus, and we did a bit of residential expansion in the area that we built the high school campus. I thought yesterday's video was really good. We did some long-term planning. We also filled in a neighborhood that has been that we've been waiting to kind of fill in for a little while. So I did make some tweaks after last episode around the tunnel, so I'll show you that really quickly. But what's in store for today's episode? Well, we are going to be building up Jackson Farm, and we'll also be building out Brownsville Crossing a little bit with some residential. And then if we have time, we'll also look at expanding Greenberg a little bit more with some residential. This is kind of showing off where the downtown's going to be actually right now. And hey, here we are. This is the grain elevator, which is kind of like a rural cargo train station. So let's hop out, and that's where we'll be building today. But first, of course, this is what I've done to the tunnel. What I've done is basically just added an extra lane in here, but it required me to do a bit of finagling with the park here. I also deleted some buildings we had previously, and then I also brought that in over here, where we also have that upgraded tunnel. So things seem to be flowing really nicely over here now that it's been a little while. Here is the high school that we built up last time with the money-making Big Bite Burger. And I'm really pleased with how this neighborhood turned out. And we also expanded up into here with just a bit of residential growth. So in today's episode, we are going to be building out in Jackson Farm. Now, why are we doing Jackson Farm today? Well, I think it'd be really nice to kind of plan out what's going on with the rest of this tile, because I think Brownsville Crossing right now is just very square, you know? So I want to kind of fill it out a little bit, maybe to get a little feel for what's going on with this tile over here and this tile over here. So I feel like Jackson Farm is a good kind of start with that. Also, we have the grain elevator here anyways. We should probably look at filling that out a little bit. But what else did we do this week? Well, we built this interchange over here, which I'm not sure if many cars are using yet, but I'm sure plenty of cars will. Basically, I pushed this earlier than I normally was planning it to be, because I lost my voice last weekend and I'm still recovering from it. So, I did a video where I didn't have to do as much talking. But let's start off today. Jackson Farm. Why are we doing Jackson Farm? Well, we have this grain elevator, which is fantastic. It's an asset from the workshop. If I click it, Jefferson Grain Elevator Station. You can find it on the workshop should you wish to download it there. But we also have a ton of industry demand, and I think that'll be really nice. We're going to get lots of traffic coming through here as well, because of the bus station we have over here. So what I kind of picture for this build is a farm that is probably going to get bought up soon. So we're going to make it very simple, but a farm that, now that the city started building out over here, I'm thinking maybe we get a suburb over here as well. Kind of like the first showings of maybe a farmer sold their farm to the city, or to maybe a developer with the idea that the city would build a bus station over here, and now they've done like a really crude, really squared, jam as much in as you can kind of development. So that's what I'm kind of picturing for this area over here. So we'll start off with the farm, we'll move into that, and then over here I'm still not 100% set on what's going on with this area. I was thinking maybe we could get, if we were to get a passenger train station, maybe that's where it would go. But then the future passenger train station would be somewhere in a totally unplanned area over here. Because, we can't just have a passenger train station from here into this area. Although we could get the station running from here into the downtown, I don't think that would be totally unrealistic. But I think it's a bit unrealistic for this farming town to have a train station onto itself that runs into what's going to be just a suburb of a greater downtown that we have yet to build. So Jefferson Farm. I kind of want to leave a bit of space here for future rail line development, though I'm going to really try to limit the rail on this line altogether because I don't want to expand it too far. I want to keep it as this one rail that runs all the way down. I don't want to have like two rails. I want the split into dedicated systems like passenger and cargo to kind of occur naturally through these junctions that will redevelop and develop over here, and then also into this area over here, which we'll do once we actually start planning the train downtown. Way too early to kind of just tweak with networks at the moment. So needless to say, what I think we should do is run a dirt road that connects up here, runs alongside the train, and perhaps probably links up via road this way, but I really want a dirt road that runs right along the track here. Now we're probably suggesting that at some point this grain elevator was the property of Jefferson Farm, which would probably also mean that this area was also part of Jefferson Farm. So maybe Jefferson family has kind of sold their land to some developers. So that's what I want to do. I want to get a couple unique like condo developments. So this one over here, it's kind of just like a cul-de-sac, right? And I feel like that is a good theme. Maybe the city bought up some of the land over here for a bit of some services as well. So yeah, let's start with the dirt road. That's not where the dirt roads are. Okay, here we go. So let's just line it up right next to the rail here. We'll run it right to there, and then we'll also run it right down. Let's run it into here. I don't think we're going to connect up or anything like that. Maybe we'll have it have like one item out over here or something like that. But maybe we'll have a little bit of a dirt path running through here. Semblances of a bygone era. Okay, let's just run like this. Maybe some people still use that to kind of cut through town. And then if we go over into here, I'm thinking we could do a similar thing, but I really want this road to connect in about here. So let's just delete. Whoa, let's just delete a bit of this, and we'll go into a nice clean curve. Like that. And then we'll run another similar kind of, perhaps a trail that people used to use, and you can kind of see the last bits of it. Maybe let's pull that down a little bit more. Something like that, maybe. All right. So that's kind of the back road of the farm. Now I want the main arm of the farm to run off of Sunset Street here. So what we'll do is we'll run with just a basic road. I think maybe we'll go with an industry road. What did we do over here for the entrance? Just a dirt road, eh? Okay, let's run with a industry road. I don't think it really matters where that's gonna be. We could run it right off of here, but I think I want to give it a bit of space. So we'll bring it out like that. And then that's probably gonna mean we're gonna want to upgrade this road right away. So let's upgrade Sunset Street. I'm gonna pause the game. Just like that. That's probably gonna be fine. And let's just make sure we have some dedicated turning lanes. And then we'll probably want to upgrade everything, wouldn't we? Just in anticipation of all the growth that's going to happen. So we'll also put a yield sign on here, and then same thing right here. And we'll get some dedicated turning lanes on all sides here. There we go. All right, so we're going to have a bit of a industry road here, and it's just gonna be like that initial bump out, and then we'll get the dirt roads for the actual farm building. So we'll do that, and then this one is going to run right up across like that, up like so, and then now let's get the actual farm. So I believe we've already painted the Jefferson farm in. That's a park. Yeah, okay, we have. Let's just clean it up a little bit. So the Jefferson farm comes all the way out over here. It doesn't need to anymore because Jefferson has sold their land. And now the Jefferson farm only comes to about here, and then we'll also include this portion for a bit of a themed build. Maybe we'll have an old barn or something out that way. All right. I think I'll actually include this part just in case we want to run like a barn or something along here as well. All right, so Jefferson Farm. Let's now add in that house. So we'll put it just off like so. Now we're gonna go into the BOB mod. So I think it was Alt B. Yeah, we're gonna click it. And basically what we're gonna do is we're going to take the trees. I'm still new to this. Barrel. No, is it the trees? Conifer. Okay, yeah. We're gonna change the conifer to the live oak. There we go. And I guess we'll just click done. And there we go. We've changed the trees to oak trees, which is fantastic. Oh, we're gonna need water. You know, better to get Stephen missing water occurring earlier in the episode than later, isn't it? All right, so that probably should be fine for that little corner there. And hopefully we'll just, okay, we're good. What about over in this side, actually? Let's just run a bit of a bump out here just to cover our bases once we develop that area. All right, so Jefferson Farm has a grain elevator. So what kind of farm should we really be putting out over here? Well, I suspect that we'll probably want to do more like of a crop-based agriculture for this farm. Just make sure we have a nice clean grade through here. All right. Not too worried about it, to be honest. So let's go with... Now, luckily, we've already kind of unlocked everything, right? We have a level 5 farm already, which is the Mayberry farm over here, which is a bit of everything kind of farm. So we're not going to have animals in this farm. It's going to be purely a crop, like a crop farm. So I'm not going to do fruit either. Maybe we'll do like one section, but basically I'm thinking from about here we do this. Now, unfortunately, if we keep this pattern up of this large farm here, we're going to have a bunch of barns and stuff, and that's not what I'm really interested in. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to just try to do a bit of planning with a couple of these. So we have one there, and I want to put another one over here, but we're going to need a dirt road along the back end if we're going to want to place a farm along there. So let's just try and click that in. And we'll run this down. Okay, we'll just clean that up. All right, so we could have just done a bunch of those large farms, but then we got too many barns and stuff, you know? So we're just gonna place a couple more of these, and then we'll get, ooh, how about one of these medium crop ones? Put that over here. There we go, and how about we end it off with another large one? Yeah, okay, I don't think we can get another one in here. So instead I'm just going to delete this one. And we're gonna make it, all of it is gonna be wheat. So it's gonna be a grain. I suppose it could be corn though too. I like the idea of doing corn. Oh, that's cotton. I think corn looks a little nicer now. I think with the grain elevators, we could be making cornmeal, right? I just like the idea of the corn a little bit more than the wheat. Let's go with the wheat. I think that was the original idea. Goes with the theme a little bit more too. So we'll make them all wheat. It's gonna take a few seconds. Now this is an Alberta themed city, a city that takes inspiration from Alberta, and you know I've also been looking at Saskatchewan and you know North Dakota, you know the northern plains states as well for inspiration. So you know wheat is a massive production out there, right? So that's why I think this is probably a good idea to kind of keep anyways. Let's just do a bit of move it magic. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Huge wheat field. Okay, so we'll probably this is gonna get really busy. Like, just be real here, it's gonna get very busy. Which is why we kind of have two connection points here. Now, if we want to, we could do a different type of crop on the other side. However, I think what I'm going to want to do first is plan out the supporting buildings of the farm. So if we go into here, we have the farm maintenance building. Now, I don't think anything should really come out of this building. So I don't really mind if we have this building kind of too close to a bunch of things. So why don't we place it down in this corner here? Let's bring it out like so. Yeah, that's good. We'll get the farmhand building, where the workers live. Let's also get that down over here. Let's get that to the same height. And then why don't we do just a nice little slope down. I think that should clean things up a little bit. Nice. So we go back to Alt-B and we open the BOB mod and we get the conifer here. We'll change it to the live oak. Nice. We're good. There we go. And then we'll just do a bit of work on the land here to clean it up. Okay, fantastic. Got a couple of those in now. You know, again, I don't think any trucks come out of here, which is nice. But what else should we kind of add in here? We do have these buildings that we could add in. We got the barn. Let's go with the smaller barn over here. And this one will go on empty. And again, Alt-B. Conifer. And we'll just find the live oak. We could also just remove it as well. But I think that's gonna be fine. All right, so let's add some ruined texture in here, which I think is what it's called. Gravel? No, just gravel. Okay, that's good. Nice. Could also throw that all the way down into here. Also good. And let's get a couple more of these buildings out over here as well. So let's go with one of these as well. Just right here, and then I'll just move it over slightly. So it actually, let's try to connect it up with our future farm fence. So why don't we do the fencing then, since we're just talking about it now. So we'll bring this down. Let's turn our guidelines off. fence. Just like that, I guess. Now I know a lot of the trucks are just going to go right through it, but I don't mind. And then we'll bring this one right along. Too bad here for now. Whoa, lots of stuff going on. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be a problem here with this barn. So we're definitely gonna need to look at pushing some more of these grain production. So we could add some of these over here by the train station. Put these in empty as well. Oh. So this way it kind of gives gives cars more reasons to come over here in the first place, and then also it gives a bit more of a theme over here as well. So if we go back into our industry area and we actually look at our district that we have over here, I believe we have farming industry. So we'll take Brownsville Crossing, we'll bring it all the way down into here. Actually, I'm not going to touch this condo development in case we had a previous kind of theme going on for it. And all the way out in here, and we'll bring it into here as well. This is just Brownsville. It's not like a separate district, so I think we should be good. All right, so now since we still have some industry demand, what I'm hoping is that if we get some industry buildings in here, it might kind of add to the vibe we're going for. All right, so next step, I think I'm gonna actually elevate the speed of this road to 60 to try and encourage cars to take this road instead of this one. We might actually need to bump it up even more to encourage that. Yeah. All right, so now let's get the next set of crops through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game. Looks like more cars are actually using this now, which is nice. And let's go to the large crop field again. And I think on this side we'll actually just do some trees, because I really like the this kind of vibe here. So we'll just do 1 and 2. This is pretty close though. Yeah, let's click this in. And don't worry, that's not going to stay like that. I just wanted to place them in so that I could get this road right here. Let's turn our guidelines on. Just like that. Alright, we're going to rotate this. And we're gonna go with apples. Okay. Let's actually just grab and move it really quickly. I grab these nodes here, and then I'm just going to hold Alt. I'm just gonna shift it down ever so slightly. Same thing here. All right, fantastic. Just we have a bit of space, you know. And how does that look? Oh, come on. Let's grab this with move it. Okay, let's grab the spawn point. And let's actually just shift it down to this side and bring it in. Very nice. And then we'll add in some more. I wonder if we just place this down like that, and then if we realign it something like this, that kind of helps it a little bit, and then we'll get like a barn or something. Let's go with the small barns. Yeah, so let's grab the spawn point for this barn, And we're definitely going to shift it over and bring it in. I should probably grab this one as well. And let's shift it back and over. Okay, so hopefully more cars start going into these other barns as well. All right, so let's get some paths going through here as well, so that it helps break things up a little bit. All right. Something like that. And then we have a bit more space for more farm. But do we need that? That is the question. Should we add maybe like a greenhouse or something like that? It just barely fits. Honestly, I think we're kind of flooding the market right now with crops. So it's probably not the best idea to kind of just keep adding to it. Though I do like the idea of kind of using this area as a bit of a support area. Though I do think some of these other assets might work a little bit nicer. Like could a warehouse work in here? I think it kind of could. Maybe just a basic kind of yard. And would that kind of stick with the theme though? I do like the idea of having like that concrete pad kind of through here, you know? Okay, let's get it to the same height as that. And then if we grab the building spawn point and we just, you know, pull it right back into the asset. And then we grab it with move it again. And I know, the concrete's all the way over there. But if we grab gravel, we should be able to kind of blend it a little bit nicer. Let's just try and clean this up as best we can. Oh no, I'm losing it. We are actually on like the proper length for this, like the east-west. So very glad about that. But no, that should definitely be concrete though, right in there. All right, we got some funkiness going on, but I think it works out in the end. Okay, so we got this in place. We're gonna put it on empty, and I guess it should probably just be farming industry products, right? All right, so I do kind of like having that there. Now, hopefully nothing really happens, but I want to have one of these buildings over here too, so it seems a bit more like it's like a yard for trucks and tractors. And we'll get it to the same height as that. Oh, whoa. No, same height as that. Thank you. Let's just clean up the terrain a little bit. Oh, nice. We are getting some of these things through here. But it also means that we're getting some traffic. Never a good sign. So yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea to put two of these guys right next to each other. So why don't we just move one of them over to over here. And we are getting some workers issues, which is a good sign, I guess, that it's time to upgrade. increase our residential capacity in the city. All right, so this is looking pretty good. Let's just add in some more gravel texture right through here. Kind of fill it all up. I don't think we really need it on the other side of the road. But now if we just grab, say, our fence, we could have grabbed one of these too. These buildings work pretty nicely. Not every building that you place also has to fit into the theme as well, right? Holy traffic. Okay. We'll play it out. We'll see if, having these grain elevators here in the first place is even worth it. Because we might want to just create like a zone over here. Entirely for that, like right next to the building, the grain elevator. Okay, so let's go back to our farm fence here, and we'll just kind of look at finishing off that kind of part of the build. So bring that right to over here, and I guess we can just do a curved fence. Yeah, that's good. Jefferson Farm's already a 3-star farm. That's pretty good. So we're importing crops or something. Holy cow. No, this is just a farm for producing crops. We're just really pushing goods to market so that the flour mills over here will never run out of goods. And then the same thing over here. These ones aren't empty as well. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I really like this feel. Really don't like the traffic though. So what's going to happen on this side of the farm? Well, I suspect that they probably sold this land, or it was never really theirs. It was part of like a right-of-way easement for this for Forest Street here. So I suspect what we want to do here is we'll probably try and grab the fence. We'll bring it out a little bit more. I'll bring this all the way down to here, and then down into here, because that's all their land. And then we did say we were going to add in like an older barn or something over here, didn't we? So before I forget again, let's add in another barn with a grain elevator. Let's go with maybe one of these again. Alright, so let's grab our favorite tree. Let's try to... Oh, that's not the tree that I was hoping for. Okay, live oak. There we go. Alright. So let's continue with our fences. Alright, and then we do have this fence running right across, so the railway probably put this one in. So let's try to grab that zoo fence. We'll run this right along to here. Fantastic, okay. So let's just grab a couple more of these trees. We'll throw them in. Helps fill in the space a little bit more, doesn't it? All right. And we'll run a couple of these larger trees through here as well. That works. I think we'll leave this space open for now, at least. We could probably do some development over here. Could do like a corner store or something. See what pops up at least. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the idea of keeping it blank. But the one thing I'm worried about is this traffic. So let's try to solve that traffic by making that kind of cargo destination spot that I was kind of discussing before. So that means this road's going to need to be upgraded. So we're probably going to want to run with the 4-lane road here. Let's pause the game. Let's actually go with a different style, actually. I think we could get away with it should we have a median. With median, so no parking with median. So if we do this, it means that the traffic probably won't, or shouldn't at least, cross over. So I'm hoping what that would mean is this is going to stop happening. Hey, it works. Okay, I was worried that it wasn't going to work. All right, so now that we have that in place, right in front of the cargo station, let's upgrade its road to a normal road like that. And then we'll get an industry road. We'll run this one right off of it. Why don't we do a, like a bit of a loop kind of thing. Yeah, okay, so we'll take this grain elevator. We'll put it over here. Because I really don't like the amount of traffic that was kind of happening right in there. It's getting a bit much, don't you think? So hopefully all the traffic just kind of runs into this pad that we're kind of treating as like a an area that the farm would probably just use to, you know, store some goods, some trucks maybe. All right, so we'll see how this one works, keeping it there. But it also gives us an opportunity to add in a warehouse that we'll use in the future. So we go to warehouses. Something like that. And then we can also add in a bit more crop as well. We just do something like that. And then what we'll do is we'll just fill in the concrete, this whole thing. All right, so we're gonna leave this blank for now, or we can just do factory, like zoned commercial goods. Why not for now? So hopefully now cars will be doing like a bit of a loop here. So I also don't mind if they take a left like so. So what we could do is actually upgrade this road to, say, this one. Oh, darn. Yeah, I think that should work. It also allows for cars to cross right there too. All right. So now right in this area over here, a nice little idea to do is to do just a couple of farmhouses. So if we grab our rural road and we go from any point really, let's go a bit farther. Then what we can do is actually upgrade this piece of road right here. Yeah, that's probably good. Probably a good idea to do. And then we just get a couple small houses right here. All right. We'll leave that blank, so what we'll do is we'll just click in some trees. Just like that. Alright, now I did delete some paths and stuff, so let's just fix those up. I think it was something like that before. And then I did delete a fence as well, so let's grab that fence. I'll just bring this one forward like that. Alright. So we have some old industry through here as well, which is great to see. Our firehouse, and now let's make a new little condo development through here. So basically we'll be running off of this road, and we don't need it to be anything major, so we'll just use a basic route here. So let's link it up to about right here, and then we'll bring it forward in like a bit of an L shape like that. We'll also bring this one forward a little bit as well. Keep it a similar kind of shape and structure. Why don't we make it something like that, actually? I think that's pretty nice. Alright, and then now let's grab... so I'm kind of going for the vibe that the developers didn't plan this, but people have already kind of walked and done this themselves. Made a couple desire paths, linking up these areas. Alright, so let's do a bit of zoning here. So let's take zoning off of Mill Street here. So let's click Z. Let's take those zoning off of this road as well. Yeah, let's take the zoning off here. Alrighty, so let's get some houses right through here. Just like that. We'll also bring it out to about here. And then let's get some nice heavy-duty fences. We'll go with the forestry fence. Now, I like the forestry fence because it still kind of seems like a suburban fence, but it's a bit more heavy-duty, as you can kind of see. Alright, so let's bring this one out to about here. And then we kind of already have the trees doing the job of a fence, so I won't go too much more with that. But we'll get another fence right from here across. And again, we've already kind of got the trees doing the job for us. Alrighty, so let's just use this opportunity to plant some more trees. Always a good idea to have trees planted, you know? Alright. I think most of that's going to be eaten up. So hopefully that kind of gives a bit more of a vibe that Brownsville is a bit more grown up than we previously had it. So we do have some time left in the video still after building the Jefferson farm, the 3-star farm, which I don't suspect is going to get higher than that, which is totally fine with me. It's totally okay. It looks like traffic is pretty good now that it's just a crop production area. The next farm I'm thinking of doing is probably going to be... it could go up here. Or maybe up here by the landfill. And I want to do just like a pure cattle farm. But we're going to do a ton of that, actually, once we get into the Badlands over here. Just do some grazing. So, yeah, not every single one of these is going to be filled up with farms and stuff like that. But I definitely want to get more than the average city would. So we do have just a touch of time left. So I'm thinking maybe this area here is probably something we can plan. Let's see. So this highway was probably built before, especially with this swinging out kind of arm, before this area kind of got bought up by developers. Again, it was probably a farm beforehand. The railway probably would have bought up a lot of land, so I don't think this would be anything available to us. I think, unfortunately, this is going to stay fallow land for most, if not all, of the series, this little kind of section here. But it doesn't mean that a farm wasn't still operating here for a little while. So the railway came first, then the highway came, bought up this land here. Say this was probably the border before, so that means they sold up all of this. And then probably the farm didn't survive that much longer, so we can probably get a couple of offshoots in here and get some suburban development. I think that's probably a good idea anyways. So let's just do that. Let's turn on our guidelines, and we'll bump it out 10 units. Do the same thing over into here. And then if we bring this one over, like so, this guy we can go to about, let's go 15. How's 20 units looking? That's probably fine. And if we just do something like this, to about here. Ooh, don't like how this actually turned out. Looks like something is off here, so let's just try and realign this. Uh-oh, wasting time right at the end of the episode, Steven. Okay, we're clean there. Nice. Nice. Uh-oh. I think I'm snapping onto a road or something that is messing up with the grid. Let's just turn on grid. Angle. There we go. That's what we need. So we do bring it right down into here. And kind of maintain that shelf a little bit. But then right over here, then we probably would just curve off. Let's go 10 units. Bring this out 20 units down. We'll bring this one over another 10 units. That's where that road would go. How does that look? I think we can probably make a little bit of a tweak here. All right, run that up. Fantastic. Okay, so I like how this has turned out. It's got a bit of an angled road here. Okay, I like that. All right, fantastic. So let's just add in some detail for this area right through here. And then we'll fill in this area with some trees. Okay, and right in here, we'll just go with some basic residential. Let's just do a quick little dezoning right here. Yeah, I don't think I mind having residential right up to this point. All right, so I'm just gonna leave just this in for now. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Mainly because I think we're gonna need a school out here, and I don't want to waste more time. But one last thing, this kind of leaves us more options to develop in the future as well, which is nice. And kind of as residential and industry demand sees fit as well, that would be beneficial. So like with more farms and stuff, it would be good to have more residential demand as well. So we'll leave it here for now, folks, because the main focus of today's episode was over here. And then as we kind of develop, we have more land over on this side to kind of fill in with a more modern suburb. Anyways, so let's hop out into free camera mode here, and let's look at the Jefferson farm. So why don't we kind of zoom in something like this, so we kind of can see the whole farm with Jefferson Grain right in the center of it. All right. Have a wonderful day, folks. Talk to you next week back in Brockton County. Peace out.